Hi everyone, I am very happy to welcome you all to Dr. JJ's Virtual Academy of Commerce. Through this video, I am going to discuss with you the accounting treatment in relation to calculation of PVR, BEP and two other aspects for a problem from the topic marginal costing. Let us get into the details of the problem. A company budgets for a production of 1,50,000 units. The variable cost per unit is rupees 14 and fixed cost is rupees 2 per unit. The company fixes its selling price to fetch a profit of 15% on cost. So what is it we understand from the paragraph given in the problem? A company has budgeted to produce 150,000 units of a particular product in the coming period. It has also estimated the variable cost per unit of the product 14 rupees. Similarly, it has estimated the fixed cost per unit to be 2 rupees when it is going to produce 150,000 units. That's what very important. The company fixes its selling price to fetch a profit of 15% on cost. So along with the cost per unit which we are going to calculate, we will add 15% to that so that we get the total as selling price per unit of the given product. Now what about the requirements in the problem? We are asked to calculate profit volume ratio, break-even point, then the next one, if the selling price is reduced by 5%. We will first calculate selling price from the given information in the problem. Followed by, we will go for the situation, revise the situation 1 where we will bring down the selling price by 5%. If the selling price is brought down by 5%, what would be the new profit volume ratio and break-even point? That means, what would be the impact of reduction of selling price by 5% on the PVR and break-even point? That's what question 3. Then requirement 4 has got a question. If profit increases by 10%, what would be the change in sales at the reduced selling price per unit as per point 3? So you have to consider the reduced selling price which you calculate as per point 3 to have your working in relation to point 4. In point 4, at the reduced selling price, if you increase profit by 10%, what would be the change in sales to earn the increased profit at the revised selling price which we will calculate as per point number 3. This is what about the understanding of the problem. Now let us get into the details of the calculations what I have done. Now the first one, calculation of selling price per unit, which is a starting. Before we answer the requirements, let us first calculate the selling price per unit. Variable cost per unit given in the problem 14 rupees. Fixed cost per unit rupees 2 when the factory produces 150,000 units of the given product. That's what very important. So 14 rupees variable cost per unit plus 2 rupees fixed cost per unit. The total cost per unit comes to 16 rupees. Now, along with that, we are going to add 15% in the name of profit. That's what we are asked to follow. So, what is 15% of the 16 rupees? It comes to 2 rupees 40 paise. If you add it with the total cost per unit, you get the total of 18 rupees and 40 paise, which is going to be the selling price per unit. Fine. Now let us get into answer the requirements one by one. What is the first one? Calculation of profit volume ratio. The formula, contribution divided by sales into 100. This is for the total contribution and the total sales. But here we are informed about the per unit, variable cost, fixed cost, selling price and so on. Therefore, it is good to customize the formula as per the requirement of the situation. Contribution margin per unit divided by selling price per unit into 100 will definitely help us to calculate what is that profit volume ratio. Okay, now how to calculate contribution margin per unit? Selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit will give us contribution margin per unit. So 18.40 minus 14 rupees it gives us 4 rupees and 40 paise per unit. It is nothing but contribution margin per unit. Now let us apply them in the formula for calculating PVR. 4.40 contribution margin per unit divided by 18.40 selling price per unit into 100, it gives us 23.91%. That's nothing but profit volume ratio. Now let us go to answer requirement 2. Break-even point. First, we calculate break-even point in units. Followed by, we can very well calculate break-even point in value. When the problem is silent about whether we should calculate BEP in units or BEP in value, if there is a possibility, you calculate both. You understand? To be in a safer side, this is what you should follow. Okay, BEP in units is equal to total fixed costs. Please understand, total fixed costs. That's a numerator. Divided by contribution margin per unit. Now, total fixed cost is not directly given in the problem, but we have the information based on which we can calculate the total fixed cost. When the factory plans to produce 150,000 units, the fixed cost per unit is estimated to be 2 rupees. Please understand, when it plans to produce 150,000 units, the fixed cost per unit is rupees 2. The total fixed cost used to be the same for all levels of production, not the fixed cost per unit. Fixed cost per unit will change according to the volume of production, but the total fixed cost will remain the same. We are now making an attempt to find out the total fixed cost, which is going to be the same whether the factory produces 150,000 units or 100,000 units or 50,000 units and so on. Please understand the fact. That's why I said very clearly, when the factory plans to produce 150,000 units, the fixed cost apportion per unit is rupees 2. So 150,000 units into rupees 2, it will give us the total fixed cost which is going to be constant for all levels of production in the business. Now it comes to 3 lakh rupees divided by contribution margin per unit 4.40. It gives us the answer of 68,181.81 units, which could be written as 68,182 units. That's what break-even point in units. Now let us calculate break-even point in value. In this situation, the easiest way to calculate BEP in value is what? BEP in units into selling price per unit. Put it very simple. So BEP in units is calculated as 68,182 units into selling price per unit is nothing but 18.40. Therefore, what is BEP in value? 12,54,549 rupees is the break-even point in value. Now let's go to answer requirement 3. What is that? When you find decrease in selling price by 5%, what is its impact on the PVR and break-even point? That's what we are going to do now. Now let us calculate the revised selling price first. The present selling price is 18.40. From that you deduct 5%. It comes to 0.92. What is the balance? 17.48 rupees is the balance, which is nothing but new selling price per unit. Minus, you deduct variable cost per unit from that, so that you come to know the revised contribution margin per unit, which would be used for calculating BEP in units and profit volume ratio as well. So, variable cost per unit, which remains the same, there is no change in variable cost in the revised situation. So, it is as usual 14 rupees. You deduct it from the new selling price, you get the balance as 3.48 rupees, named to be contribution margin per unit in the new situation. Now let us calculate PVR, profit volume ratio, which could be otherwise known as contribution margin ratio. Contribution margin per unit divided by selling price per unit into 100. Contribution margin per unit in the new situation is 3.48 rupees divided by new selling price is nothing but 17.48 into 100. It gives us the new PVR as 19.908%. That's what the new PVR in the revised situation. Then let us calculate BEP in units. Total fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. Total fixed cost, we already calculated it. with the multiplication of 150,000 units into 2 rupees per unit, it comes to 3 lakh rupees divided by contribution margin per unit 3.48, it gives us 86,206.89 units, which could be written as 86,207 units. That is what break-even point in units when the selling price is brought down by 5%. Now let us calculate BEP in value. If you multiply BEP in units with the new selling price, you will come to know BEP in value. That's what done over there. 86,207 units into 17.48 rupees, it gives us 15,06,898 rupees as break-even point in value. This is what the answer for requirement 3. Now let us answer requirement 4. What is that? When you find increase in profit by 10%, what is the change or what is the impact of it on sales? That's what we are going to do now. Budgeted profit. What is a profit being earned by the concern in the given situation? When it sells 150,000 units, it earns a profit at the rate of 2.40 per unit. Please have a look at the working what we have done. What is the profit we have charged on every unit of the product? 2.40 rupees. Therefore, if you multiply these two, you come to know 3,60,000 rupees is a total profit being earned by the concern in the original situation. Now you add 10% of that, it comes to 36,000. The total becomes 3,96,000 rupees. This is a revised profit as per requirement 4. To earn the 3,96,000 rupees, which could be the targeted profit or desired profit, what is the sales to be made by the concern? The formula for calculating sales required to earn a desired profit is nothing but total fixed cost plus desired profit, the whole divided by contribution margin per unit. It will give us the number of units to be sold at a given selling price to earn the desired profit of 3,96,000 rupees. Therefore, here 3 lakh rupees is a fixed cost plus the desired profit 3,96,000 rupees, the whole divided by revised contribution margin per unit 3.48. They ask us to follow, what is that? The selling price as per 0.3. Please have a look at it. The selling price per unit as per 0.3 has to be here considered, and that is what I have done. What is the contribution margin per unit as per 0.3? 3.48, and that is what here considered as the denominator. So 6,96,000 rupees divided by 3.48, it gives us 2 lakh units or 200,000 units of the product. So what is the conclusion here? If the concern sells 2 lakh units at the selling price of 17.48 rupees, it is likely to earn a profit of 3,96,000 rupees, which is 10% above the profit earned by the concern in its original situation. This is what I would like to explain in this problem. So thanks for watching this video. I'll meet you in another video. Bye for now, everyone. Good luck.